Hi guys, so today I'm talking to you about my third and fourth book. They were about vampires. So back in the day before I wrote about gangsters all the time, I wrote about different things. I just did a video about my first two first books, and now I'm talking. Apparently I'm not talking well, but I am talking to you about my third and fourth, which were about vampires. This was the time when vampires were very popular and people said don't do them, everybody else is, and I didn't want to. I really didn't, but then I just couldn't break this sort of inspiration that was kind of overwhelming me, so I started to write, and here we are. So would I write about vampires again? And these are probably, one of these is probably one of my more popular books, and I still probably wouldn't. It was neat. I'm glad I did it, but it's not I don't know if I'd do it again. So what do I think now? First I'll tell you a bit very quickly about my books, and then I'll tell you what I think now. So the first one, was the rock star vampires. And the concept was this character Ava, and I'm just kind of going through, I don't want to read all this, but so apparently there's two kind of, I according to my books, I'm not saying this is right, there's mortal and immortal vampires. So there's the vampires that are around forever, and there's the others that just sort of they have to have blood in order to survive. Kind of like a vitamin. You know what I mean? You need vitamin whatever to survive. Vitamin D or whatever, but they need blood. And they can only eat food that's natural, like what we should be eating, not processed garbage, which we also should not be eating. And, without getting into all that, you'd have to check out the book. You can go online, check out a little more. But, yeah, so that was kind of the concept behind the book. And she's a mortal vampire and wants to be immortal. And people would keep saying, are you sure you want to do that? Like, you're going to see everybody you know die. You're going to see the world change a lot. Maybe not for the better. And, there's this apparently a rock star of vampires that you have to sort of go through in order to do that. And she's trying to find that person. And it's kind of interesting who that person ends up being. And then there's this, her name is Mariah. And Mariah is her friend, Ava's friend in this book. And again, like I had mentioned previously in another video, I've done this before where I have different characters' point of view. So in the first book, I talked from Ava's point of view. This is Mariah's, and the stories kind of coincide at a certain point, except we kind of learn a lot more about Mariah's background, where she comes from, why she is like she is. And this is probably, I think, my most popular book ever. So take it as you wish. Yeah, she's not somebody who's like, she's a tough cookie. She's a tough cookie. We'll put it that way. So what do I think now? Again, would I write about vampires today? Probably not. Wouldn't be my first choice. But it was fun. It was interesting at the time, and it just seemed to, I guess when you're creative, you just sort of have to follow that vibe. And at the time, it just felt like the right thing to do. And, I did it. And now I've moved on. Again, don't know if I'd write about them again. Even if someone said, you'd be a bestseller, I don't know if I could. I don't think I could. So, I don't know. What do you guys think of vampire books? Are they still a thing? Do people still care about that kind of thing? Is it just sort of the phase over with? I'm just curious. And I have other videos where I talk about these books in more depth. I like to be updating these videos, my older videos, and kind of getting into more detail. So like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day.